Saturday, Saints Saturday. WWL Nation strongly represented up here in West Virginia. The Cajun Cannon, Bobby Hebert to my right, Christian Garrick here with you, and having a good time. Really good interactive crowd. Chad from Greensboro, North Carolina. Nice t-shirt, man, straight out of WWL Nation. Nicely done.
That's awesome.
Right. Bobby, I'm sure, Bobby collects t-shirts.
You have to send me one of those because I'll wear it in games. You know, I always represent. I got about 20 bootleg shirts, and I tell you what, that's straight out of WWL Nation. That's telling it like it is.
All right, so Chad, you're from Greensboro, North Carolina. How did you become a Saints fan?
When I was 6 years old, I had a cousin that was stationed in St. Charles, and he the one that introduced me to the game of football. So he was a Saints fan, at least at that time he was. So the Saints, that was the team I was in.
And so Chad, how is it being now in hostile territory out with the Carolina Panthers and all that success? I mean, is that tough on you or what?
Oh no, because this is their first year.
I'm doing something.
Yeah. It ain't like they just consistently, doing something.
Yeah, so what do you think? Because I think a lot of upside for Cam Newton. I don't know if you're a Cam Newton fan, but I look, if we could just split with Carolina, you don't have to sweep them. You can split with them, and then I think you're in the thick of things. Because last year, you look, come on, you probably was at the game in Charlotte. Even though Drew didn't play McCown, you got a double-digit lead on the road. You got a double-digit lead in the Superdome. If our defense is a little better, we win those games against Carolina. Even though they were 15-1.
Yeah, it wasn't. It came down to that last drive.
Yeah. So what you got, Chad, for us?
Well, I had two questions, but I'm gonna leave it to one.
You can get two.
Currently, the first question is the defense. The amount of safeties that we brought in. Do you think we will have a base defense, or do you think we'll adjust, according to the opponent we play?
Well, the one thing I think with Roman Harper, and I think he still has the skill set that he's not only in the box, 8 in the box, or a pass covering linebacker. When you go nickel, that's 5 DBs. You go dime, that's 6. And then all of a sudden, instead of having a linebacker, you put Roman in that spot. Because if you ran a draw play, Roman can stop the run, but also have the ability to pass coverage. Slot receiver, I think Kenny Vaccaro has shown the ability that he could be a nickel-type corner to cover that slot receiver. But now, the competition, to me, as far as safeties or cornerbacks, and we talked about this, young guys, here was a safety that, do you put him on the practice squad or does he make that final roster? Jimmy Pruitt from San Jose State. He had 2 days in a row, he had an interception. Today he had a pass defense that almost had opportunity for another interception. Now, we talk about the young cornerbacks, and how can you not like what he's done? Kenny Crawley, number 46 out of Colorado. Devontae Harris, the cornerback out of Texas A&M. So Coach Payton even acknowledged he likes our young defensive backs a lot. And then you look at Von Bell. Von Bell, second-round draft pick, Ohio State. You know what I've noticed about Von Bell? It's not pass defending. And tackling, and then when it hits his hands, he catches it. In other words, when he has the chance for interception, it's not like, man, he should have caught that.
It's not like Keenan Lewis and Jarvis Byrd last year against the Jaguars.
No, the Titans. With the Walker, Delaney Walker. All of a sudden, man, what the hell? They ran at each other. And how did that happen? No, Von Bell, what I've seen, and even against Drew Brees, that he'll take the proper angle and all of a sudden go over the top and intercept the pass. And so a lot of that's instincts. I like our Ohio State players. I like Von Bell. I like Michael Thomas. I think the game is not too big for him. I think they're going to contribute from the get-go. It's not like, we need a redshirt year. You remember Robert Mitchell in Tennessee? Be patient. And he did eventually contribute. And I don't see that being the case with Michael Thomas. I think he'll contribute right away and be. I'm not saying he's the next Colston. Listen, come on. People want to say like, You just, plug him in, next guy out. No, to me, you got to do something on the field consistently to be the next Marcus Colston. What I've seen so far, we haven't replaced the likes of Marcus Colston.
Chad,
we haven't had that consistency yet.
Chad, if I can just answer your question also, look, they're going to be multiple in multiple formations defensively under Dennis Allen.
Yep.
If you go back and look at where did Dennis Allen ultimately learn defense from? And what did he do in Denver when he was the defensive coordinator there? He played multiple schemes because he learned them in Greg Williams. They've installed the 3-4 look here in the last couple of days, and that might be their best front right now. I mean, that's their most effective, their most effective look in a base 3-4 right now. So look, you're going to see a lot of that, but you're not going to see like Rob Ryan had all these exotic different packages. You might see the same defense, but with just different personnel running the same play with Dennis Allen, like over and over. They're going to scheme guys. It's not going to be this vast array of complex defense that you saw under Rob Ryan. You're just not going to see it. You might just see different personnel running the same defense. Scott Shanley told me the other day that the beauty of Greg Williams' scheme is that everybody thought it was so complex, but they would just shuttle getting guys in and out. They were basically playing the same position and just running different plays that were just a small variation from what you got.
Well, the thing is, a defensive player has to be instinct. Obviously, you can't just stay basic and have 2 or 3 coverages. Now, if you have the best players, you can limit what you do. But the point I'm making is like all of a sudden you're always trying to out-trick the offense. Then you out-trick yourself. Because then the players will say, well, I think I got to do this or that. And you're not playing fast. You got to be like the back of your hand. You want to play fast. So I know what I'm doing, and then sometimes you're going to get beat because the guy you guarding is a lot better. So, you might be guarding Des Bryant, and if you're by yourself, or you might be guarding Julio Jones. If you don't have help, you might know what you're doing, but they just better than you. So then that's why you got to get a pass rush to disrupt the play. But the bottom line is, if you're always trying to out-trick your opponent, out-scheme him like the cat and mouse game, like you played chess or whatever, no, what ends up happening, the players are looking at each other and say, man, I thought you had him. Who had him? Or who's in the game? Come on. When you've seen Sean Payton and Rob Ryan have those conversations, a lot of times they feel like, and I think, and listen, I like Rob Ryan. I like to party with Rob Ryan. Who wouldn't? But I can tell you, when I look at Sean Payton, when he's looking at Rob Ryan, like, man, how the hell we got 13 people in the game? I know you can't, not 12, but like 13. Or all of a sudden we have a staff, they have 10 guys. So, man, that got to be unacceptable. So people are like, oh, look, they're fighting on the sideline. They're not fighting. It's just like, come on, you can't be that disorganized, I want to say. But one thing with Dennis Allen, like Christian said, he left the Saints and got the defensive coordinator job with the Broncos. Why did he get the head job with the Raiders? Now, it didn't work out as a head coach, but he got the head job with the Raiders because he had success as a defensive coordinator with the Broncos. So let me tell you, Dennis Allen, I think, is the right choice. I know it's early, they haven't played or done anything, but I haven't seen one time where you see the players bickering, who has who, no miscommunication, no bus assignments. Now, I don't know enough what they're doing and being in that meeting room, but you haven't seen that just observing. Where I can tell you last year, the black and gold scrimmage, there was 5 times, if not 6, that it was a cluster, you know what, and that ain't good.
Chad, anything else, man? I know you had 2 questions.
Yeah, just one quick question. I know we got 6 running backs. So who makes it? I'm pretty sure Ingram, Spiller.
They're on.
I say Hightower. Who else after that?
See, Hightower, because of his age, I would think there is a lot of competition. Murphy, depending what they do in the preseason. Murphy, Lasco, Cadet. I'm going with Lasco. I'm not going against him. I think that Lasco's going to be on somebody's NFL team if the Saints wouldn't want him. That I think he would have been a 3rd-round draft pick if you don't get hurt his senior year. I mean, if you look in the history of the NFL Combine, he has the highest vertical by any running back in NFL history. His vertical, his hops, that shows you his power in his legs, like right in the 42 inches. had standing broad jump was tops. He got voted MVP at Cal over Jared Goff, who's the #1 overall pick with the Rams. So
I think Tim Hightower.
I think Lasco could be a steal at number 7.
I think
Round.
Tim Hightower and Marcus Murphy are the odd men out.
So you think Cadet? You like Cadet that much?
Yeah, I think he's the insurance to CJ Spiller.
That makes sense.
If CJ Spiller goes down, you know you don't have to change a whole lot. He can still.
So I got a question. What if Ingram goes down? Who's that power back? We don't have.
You're rolling the dice with Daniel
We don't have Chris Ivory or Kyrie Robinson anymore.
You're rolling the dice with Lasco at that point.
See, that's the only reason why I like Hightower, because if Ingram will go down, Hightower's more that kind of running back.
Now let me tell you where
To me, Lasco's still not there.
Let me tell you where Hightower factors into the equation. The NFL CBA, they only compute 51 of the top 53 salaries against the salary cap. So the NFL PA basically is paying for Tim Hightower if you carry him. Like, he doesn't count against your cap because he's making a veteran minimum. So it doesn't really matter. So there's an attractive part there, is that you're getting a veteran presence.
So
If
bang
you
for
have-
your
if you have-
buck.
If you have a certain amount of years in the league, I want to check how long has Tim Hightower been in the league?
He's 30 years old, but he got hurt. Yeah, I mean,
He's got 6 seasons, but the point
so
is,
he's a young 32 cents.
so he qualifies for the veteran minimum, which could be in those two roster spots that don't count against the salary cap. That's why it would be attractive ultimately, because you're playing for free. I mean, you're as a team, you're getting it.
Okay, the reason why I don't look at Cadet as insurance, because you know why? They already cut Cadet. Why couldn't they cut him again? They cut Cadet, he went to the Patriots, he got cut, then he went to the 49ers, got cut, then he finished the season with us. So I think they might roll the dice with Cadet. I'm not saying Cadet can't play. Cadet contributed at the back end of the season way more than CJ Spiller did all those early games.
I want to double check, but I think they let Cadet walk in free agency. It wasn't a cut. I'm talking about the Saints. They didn't cut Cadet.
Oh yeah, no, he went to the Patriots, right,
It was free
right.
agency. Thanks, man. All right, appreciate it. There it goes.
Well, the Patriots cut him and the 49ers.
Yeah, but I mean,
Listen, I like Travaris Cadet. I mean, to me, and I say